What is up, McManus MMA fam? We are back, and this is real, bro. Oh my God, it's actually gonna happen. It is actually gonna happen. UFC 329 is just a couple days away. We are in fight week. He's there. He's really there. Oh my God, man. I'm gonna break down the entire card, start to finish. Let's go all the way to the bottom, man. As much as I want to talk about that right now, let's talk about it in a minute. First fight of the night is Alessandro Acosta versus Cody Durden. Alessandro Acosta is stepping up on like a couple weeks' notice, replacing Ode Osborne, which I would have picked Ode Osborne to win, and I'm going to pick Alessandro Acosta to win too. I think he's just not well-rounded. He's a much better fighter than Cody Durden. Let's be real. When he won that Thilo fight, I couldn't believe that. I could not believe that. Um, I've picked every single person to beat Cody Durden every single time. And I'm gonna pick Costa to beat him as well. Knocking out Stuart Nickel, knocking out Matt Schnell. The Matt Schnell. Okay, that one's not great. But you know, and Stuart Nickel's not great either. But still, the Kevin Borjas one, somehow that guy's ranked. I don't understand that. But only losing to Alden Corrier. Um, that one was a little rough, and he looked all right against Grule in their fight, and then losing to Steve Erceg, that's not terrible either. I just think Alessandro Costa has more. You know what I mean? He's got more of a threat on the feet than Cody Durden does. Cody Durden doesn't really. I mean, he's just kind of a. I don't know. He's. I don't know how to describe Cody Durden, but I'm picking Alessandro Costa to beat him by TKO within 2 rounds. I think. I think this is going to start it off hot. I think every single person on this card should be hunting a finish because you're on a McGregor card. You know every single human on earth is going to be watching. So I think everybody's going to be looking for a finish for the most part, as you know you should as a fighter. But I'm picking Alessandro Costa. The kind I wouldn't say short notice, but the shorter notice has me a little concerned for him. I'm going to put this at like medium confidence. Um, I think he's quicker. I think he hits harder, and I think he's got more tricky tools in his toolbox, if that makes any sense. Um, but yeah, man, I'm picking against Cody Durden. We've got a couple fart fights, but then we get good. Speaking of fart fights, Ryan Gondra versus Zachary Reese. Zachary Reese is terrible, man. Zachary Reese is terrible. So I'm picking Ryan Gondra. Um, Zachary Reese, Bekoev knocked him out. He looked terrible against Michel Pereira. Excuse me, I was just thinking about that fight. Maybe odd. That Michel Pereira fight was horrible. The Jackson McVeigh fight was fine. Um, the Cedric Dumas, that doesn't even count. I just don't think he's the greatest fighter. And I think Gondra, this guy has power. We know he has power. And I'm thinking about how both of these guys handled Jose Daniel Medina. That is probably the worst fighter on the roster. And Ryan Gondra got him out of there in 41 seconds. And Zachary Reese couldn't. You know? He had to take him to decision. So I'm picking Ryan Gondra to knock Zachary Reese out in the first round. Um, I don't think. I know he's training with Strickland and all this stuff, but I'm sorry, I can't pick him, man. I can't pick Zachary Reese. I think he's not a great fighter. And I guess we haven't seen Gondra really tested, so I think all it takes is one takedown to be stuffed, and I think Zachary Reese is going out. That's my prediction. And I don't really care about this fight. I think Gondra's gonna win. Moving on. Farid Basharat versus John Garza. Oh God, man. John Garza is stepping in on very short notice to replace Ethan Ewing. Oh my God, if Ethan Ewing was here. If this was Ethan Ewing, just so you know, I would pick Ethan Ewing to knock Farid Basharat out in a round and a half. I think Ethan Ewing is elite. I think Farid Basharat is not. Um, but that being said, I'm picking Farid Basharat to win this fight. He's undefeated. He's not a great fighter, but he's fighting a guy who, when they showed the picture of him, they're like, "This is who's stepping up on short notice." It looked like SpongeBob's driver's license picture. He's 6-1. He's like 23 years old. But then again, a lot of these guys who show up on super short notice end up doing crazy things. Ethan Ewing against Malcolm Wellmaker, for instance. So I'm rooting for John Garza. I hate Farid Basharat. I don't like this guy. I don't like the guys that support him. I'm rooting for John Garza to win, but I just can't pick him with confidence. Coming in on such short notice and being such a, fighting in Fury Fighting Championship. Um, I guess, yeah, it's tough. Kid's got hands. He's a really slick boxer. His keys to victory are taking the fight to Farid Basharat. We saw, Chris Gutierrez, John Matsumoto, these guys, when they put pressure on Farid Basharat, you can get him against the cage and you can get some combos off on him. You can tee off on this dude if you really put pressure on him. So I think Garza needs to do that and not let Farid Basharat kind of control this fight, which he tends to do. He kind of just pitter-patters around a decision, which I think, realistically, I'm picking Farid Basharat to pitter-patter to decision. I'm picking him to just kind of tap and move. Not tap and move, but fight how he normally fights, which is not the most entertaining. And I hope John Garza absolutely slimes this dude out. That would be absolutely amazing. But I'm going to be realistic. But anything is possible. So I'm going to pick Farid Basharat by boring decision. I wish this was the Ethan Ewing fight. I really wish this was the Ethan Ewing fight. I hope he gets well soon and kicks whoever's ass in the top 15 and becomes champion. Let's move on. This is where we get going, man. Cesar Almeida versus Damian Penis. Oh my gosh. I'm excited for this one. I'm not joking. I'm not trying to be silly or anything. I'm excited for this. I'm picking Damian Penis to knock out Cesar Almeida in a round and a half. Cesar Almeida is this is a great step up in competition. Um, it's tough. Cesar Almeida, when he fought Abdul Raksat Al Hassan, that was a great knockout. He put pressure on there. I think D Penis, we know this dude hits like a truck. We saw it on the Contender Series. We saw it against, what was that dude's name? Wes Schultz. This dude hits like an absolute, you know, beast. This dude is a beast. He is a beast. He's large. He's strong. He's fierce. Um, but I do think Cesar Almeida is tough. I think and I think will Damian Penis, stuff a couple of these takedowns, which I think, Cesar Almeida does kind of have a little bit of a wrestling threat, but not a huge one. Um, I think D Penis is going to get going, man. I think D Penis is going to put him out. I think D Penis is going to put him out cold. I'm rooting for D Penis. I love Damian Penis. Excuse me, that was a disgusting gulp of water. Um, Listen closely when watching this fight live. I'm going to try and start a penis chant in the arena. Me and my crew that we're going to be with. I think we're going to try and start a penis chant during this. Let's go, penis. So listen, hopefully we can hear that. Hopefully we get that going. But I'm picking D Penis, man. I think this guy is so good. I think Damian Penis is really good. This is a great step up in competition for him. Great step up in competition. He's young, he's hungry, and he's only got one loss, and every single other fight he's finished. So, uh, oh man, I'm picking D Penis. I'm so excited. All right, let's move on to the only chick fight. This is the only bathroom break you get during the card, guys. Tracy Cortez versus Wang Kong. Um, I've been kind of flip flopping on who I think's gonna win this one, man. Because I think Wang Kong, I rate her pretty well, but then I think back to the Gabriela Fernandez loss where she got submitted. And I think Tracy Cortez has an extremely strong wrestling threat. People forget that she's not just, the men's locker room towel that they throw around and pass around. Pereira, uh, who else? Anybody with the Wi-Fi password? Brian Ortega. It's just part of the plan. Costa, a lot of these guys just passing around. I don't think, people forget, man. She's actually a really talented wrestler and grappler. Yes, she got out grappled by Aaron Blanchfield. That's all right. Yes, she lost to Rose Namajunas. But somehow, dude, how did she beat Jazz Devicius? Um, but Wang Kong has looked pretty good, man. She's looked pretty good against these wrestlers, and she is sharp and fast on the feet. She has a extreme advantage on the feet over Tracy Cortez, and Tracy Cortez does kind of have that Diego Lopez blockhead head movement where she kind of keeps her head just still when she's doing anything, and I think Wang Kong can capitalize on that, and I think she can, tee off on her, and the height difference by what is that, an inch, leg reach for Tracy Cortez, no. Okay, same wingspan. That's interesting. Um, hmm. I've been kind of fencing this one. I think I'm gonna go Tracy Cortez by decision. I'd like to see Wayne Kong win, but I think Tracy Cortez is her wrestling and her grappling is too strong. I do think she's just a great grappler. I could see her getting a submission, but I think Wayne Kong proved that she can get out of those against was it Eduardo Mora? Eduardo Mora? Yeah, she looked excellent in that fight. So it's tricky, man. I think the odds are right when they kind of say pick 'em, but I think I'm gonna go with a classic Tracy Cortez International Fight Week decision win, and Dana White's gonna go, how do you not give this chick a bonus? Tracy, get back here, get naked. So I'm gonna go Tracy by decision. But I'll be in the bathroom during this fight taking a piss. So let's move on. Mate, Luke Riley versus Kai Kamaka III. I like this fight, man. I like this fight. I like this fight a lot. I'm excited for this one. And I'm picking Luke Riley, man. I'm picking Fluke Riley on this one. Yes, we haven't seen Kai Kamaka III get KO'd since in 6 years. But hey, man, anything is possible. And I thought in the Dakota Hope fight, he didn't look great in that fight. Then bringing him back to the UFC after a long time. I guess they put him on here because he's Hawaiian. You know, Max Holloway's fighting. Fluke Riley. Patty the Batty's teammate. I'm not going to do the British accent anymore. It's terrible. Um, I'm picking Luke Riley to win this one by KO, man. I think he is so sharp on the feet. I think people forget how fast this kid is. Him and we'll get to Lona Kavanaugh. We'll get to him in a minute, but both these guys have. I mean, Luke Riley has incredible power. He's got crazy power. And I thought in his last fight against Michael Aswell, you know, yes, he didn't put the kid out, but he also just was beating the bricks off of him, man. If he doesn't get the knockout, I do think he will absolutely cruise to a decision win. I think he's going to beat the brakes off of Kai Kamaka III. But I think this is going to be a tough fight, man. I think Kai Kamaka III is great. Or not great. I think he's good. Um, but I think Luke Riley has more, man. I think he's got, again, man, he's got more in his toolbox, bro. More Mauska tools than you guys think. And so I'm going to go with him by round two TKO. I think I'm going to go round two. I think he's going to rally an early storm and go in and TKO Kai Kamaka III. So I'm picking Luke Riley. Let's move up, man. Oh, God. Look how they massacred my boy. Dude, I want to pick Cody Garbrandt so bad, but he's so washed, man. I can't. I can't pick Cody Garbrandt. Adrian Yanez, he won that Ricky Simone fight. We all know it. Dude, I don't know why I'm taking disgusting drinks of water. We know he won that um, Ricky Simone fight. It should have been a win, not a draw. But man, as much as I'd love to see Cody Garbrandt put Adrian Yanez out, dude, how crazy would that be? Oh my God, that would be crazy. If you couldn't tell, I'm excited. But man, I've never seen a guy lose all 3 rounds and win the fight against Xiao Long. That's crazy. He got ragdolled by Honey Barcelos. He looked like shit against Davison Figueiredo. But man, if we got like a classic Cody Garbrandt duck under the shot, pop him out cold, left hook. Oh man, a boy can dream, bro. A boy can dream how great that would be. But I can't, man. Oh, excuse me. I can't pick that to happen. I just can't, with a good heart, pick that to happen. I gotta pick Adrian Yanez by KO, man, in the first. I think I'm gonna go first round KO for Adrian Yanez. I think I'm gonna go first round. Damn it, I don't like saying that, but I think that he's gonna put Cody Garbrandt out bad, man. I think it's gonna be a bad slime out. I think it's gonna be bad. Because Garbrandt just hasn't looked that good. He does the running man. He emotes a little bit. He pops that side jab like 3 times, and that's it, man. He gets in the clinch. He lands some Marab and Mario Batista knees, and that's it. And it's like, I can't pick you to win this, man. I'm sorry, I can't. I can't pick you to win. So I'm picking Adrian Yanez by round one KO. I think it's gonna be a bad one too, and I hope Garbrandt retires, even though he's not that old. I think his time has come and gone. So I'm picking Adrian Yanez. Up the card. We don't have a picture for Gable Stevenson. Good. Using the old loophole to get around this one. Gable Stevenson versus Elijah Ellison. Obviously, they're giving Gable Stevenson an absolute can in his debut. But I'm gonna pick Gable to win this one. I don't think it's gonna be impressive. I don't like this guy. Obviously, he's a scumbag in real life. And I've heard a lot about him in this camp. I can't remember who it was in that video that I saw where like his coach or someone was saying that he doesn't really tolerate pain very well. He tried to be in the NFL. He tried to be in he was an Olympic gold medal wrestler. He's tried all these other avenues. I think that this is his last. He doesn't really want to be a fighter, man. He doesn't really want to be a fighter. Yes, he's on a streak of knocking people out, but that's also what, three people, and they were total like schlubs, just fat homeless dudes they pulled in. Were like, fuck this guy, man. Yes, he's training with John Jones. Yes, he's a fast heavyweight and he's a great wrestler, but it's like his defense is terrible. We saw him get dropped or wobbled by that head kick, I believe. If Elijah Ellison has the opportunity to do the funniest thing of all time, he has the opportunity to do something so funny here. If Elijah Ellison wins this fight, I will laugh so hard. I will get a video if Elijah Ellison wins this fight. I will post a YouTube short in the arena when I'm there, laughing as hard as I can and pointing at the camera, saying "fuck you, Gable Steveson." So if that happens, I will do that. But I'm gonna pick Gable Steveson. He is the biggest favorite in the history of the UFC, I think, and that's ridiculous to say. I mean, he's fought 3 cans. Yes, Elijah Ellison is a can, but please, Elijah Ellison, if you can hear us. Elijah Ellison, if you can hear us. No, I'm gonna pick Gable by ground and pound TKO in the first round. I think he's going to just blast a double leg. Joe Rogan's going to be on commentary. I won't be able to hear it, but Joe Rogan is going to go, man, that's a double leg. He's just such a good wrestler, man. Oh my God. Um, and I think he's just going to get some ground and pound, and that's going to be it. It's going to be a quick stop. It's not going to be like a highlight where you're like, holy shit, Gable Steveson is fucking crazy. Who's going to beat this guy? And then they're going to give him Waldo Cortez Acosta immediately after this fight, and they're like, let's see who's going to win. Um, but man, I'm picking Gable. Fuck him anyways, though. Who cares? Let's move on. Dude, headlining the prelims. What is going on? That is, we got the name switched around. Bobby Knuckles, Robert Whitaker versus Nikita Krylov. This is Robert Whitaker's debut at light heavyweight, and I'm very interested to see how this is going to look, man. I'm very interested to see how this is going to look. And I'm going to pick Robert Whitaker by KO, man. I'm going to pick him. Dominic Reyes knocked him out. Bogdan Guskov knocked him out, man. You know, yes, I know Robert Whitaker's kind of like known as a pillow puncher, but moving up to light heavyweight, I want to see how he looks. Let's not forget he knocked out Ikram Aliskerov pretty bad too. The Chimaev loss, that's not that bad. When we saw that, we were like, holy shit, that's still a crazy loss. He looked great against Paulo Costa, who is on a crazy resurgence run right now. Um, and now come on. Okay, the Reiner de Ritter loss is pretty bad. I don't like that one very much. I thought that he probably should have won that, but that's okay. He did kind of gas out. This isn't a 5 rounder though, and Nikita Krylov is not some animal who's gonna go out there and I don't know, man. Dude, I'm picking Bobby Knuckles to win this one by KO TKO. He's not a Modestas Pakauskas guy. You know, I think Bobby Knuckles is going to put his lights out. I can just see him like getting pressured against the cage a little bit and just kind of backing up and just slamming a left hook and just giving him the jelly legs and then just boom, boom, putting him out, man. I can see Robert Whitaker doing it. I'm so glad they gave him Nikita Krylov, which I think is an extremely winnable fight for him and not I was seeing he was going to fight Ankalaev. I was like, oh God, that's terrible. Why would they do that? So I'm happy he's fighting Nikita Krylov because I think this is an extremely winnable fight for him. And I'm picking Bobby Knuckles to win by KO TKO in the first round, man. In the first round. Let's go for that. Let's go for that. Um, I'm excited for this one, man. What a great prelim headliner. Now let's talk about this awesome main card. Starting it off, this fight's gonna be the shit, man. King Green versus Terrence McKinney. This is a banger, bro. This is a banger. And I'm sorry, man. I gotta go with my gut on this one. King Green's 39 years old. You know, he's kind of he's always got his goddamn hands down. This picture of him. This is how he fights. He's got his hands down. He's kind of Anderson Silva Maxim, popping that jab, boom, boom, popping it up. But Terrence McKinney, man, you've got about. I want to give you 2 minutes to get rid of him. And if you don't get rid of him in those 2 minutes, I'm sorry, you've got 2 minutes to survive. Um, And past that, you know, you got it. But you've got 2 minutes, my friend. You've got a death clock above you. Terrence McKinney is so dangerous in the beginning, and I think he's gonna knock King Green out in the beginning, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love King Green. I love the custom shorts, by the way. The King Green custom shorts, those are amazing. Those look great. Um, but man, I'm sorry. I gotta pick McKinney, man. How crazy? Oh, dude, if Terrence gets this done, that I'm gonna go, yes, man, that was crazy, that was awesome. He did exactly. He's gonna pressure forward, throw a head kick, boom, just put pressure on King Green, not let him kind of do his dance. But why can I kind of see King Green, you know, slipping one of those straight lefts and just popping one on his chin and sitting Terrence down? Oh my God! If King Green wins this one, I will post a video of me in the arena. Uh, I'll do a YouTube short and I'll post myself in the arena, uh, saluting King Green and kissing my phone. I'll kiss the camera and salute King Green. I'll do something. But I'm gonna pick Terrence McKinney, man. I gotta stick with my gut here because again, King Green, we've seen him get chinned, but he's on a nice little streak and he's only losing to these top level guys. But Terrence McKinney, man, he's so dangerous early on. I gotta go with that, man. Let's move on, man. This is an awesome fight. This is such a good fight, bro. Oh my God, man. I'm so glad they made this fight. I said this is the fight they should have made after Kavanaugh beat Moreno. And honestly, man, why can I kind of see this going like the Nicolau fight for Royval? Am I crazy to say that this I could see Brandon Royval getting a knockout here? No, I'm not going to say that. I think Loner Kavanaugh is going to win this one by decision. I think I'm going to go decision for Loner Kavanaugh. I think he is going to absolutely batter Royval, but I do think Royval has a chance to just get a crazy boom, sit him down, get him. Charles Johnson knocked him out after he was looking super good in that fight. But I think what he just did to Moreno, he has improved his cardio tenfold. He gassed out kind of in the Charles Johnson fight, and that's what led to the KO. And then he fought in on altitude a 5 rounder on kind of short notice and looked great all 5 rounds. So I gotta pick Kavanaugh, man. I gotta pick Kavanaugh. He is so fast. I'm sorry, this kid is so fast. And I can see him just landing that three-piece combo on Royval. Um, but man, this is such a good fight, man. This is such a good fight. But yeah, Royval is very hittable. He kind of loves that flurry, and I think Kavanaugh is able to slip it and just control this fight. I think he's really going to control this fight. I love Brandon Royval. I love Raw Dog, but I got to pick Kavanaugh, man. He's just that Moreno performance kind of sold me on him. And I'd like to see dude, I'm just excited to see this goddamn fight, bro. Holy shit. Um I'm going to pick Roller Kavanaugh by decision, but I could see like a round 2 TKO. He's coming off that Manel Cop slime out and Joshua Van put him down in the last 10 seconds. Oof. No, no. I'm gonna go by decision. I'm gonna be safe and go decision. I'm picking Loner Kavanaugh, man. He's just too fast. He's too fast. Let's move on, dude. Everybody who has a Tyler the Creator vinyl will be tuning in for this one. Corey Sandhagen versus Mario Batista. This is a great fight, bro. This is a great fight. And I watched a lot of tape on this one, and there was one fight that I rewatched the most. It was both of these guys' fights against Umar Nurmagomedov, because that is a recent opponent that they share. Sandhagen fought him, in 2024, and Batista just fought him, last year. So that was one that I focused on a lot when watching some tape, to get the lay of land here. And I think I'm going to go with Sandhagen, man. Sandhagen dealt with that grappling a lot better than Batista did. He was able to get up a lot more. Batista, yes, did have that knee that I saw my parlay flash before my eyes. That sat him down. But I don't think, Sandhagen, yes, he did get like rocked and wobbled by Marab, but that was kind of like a I don't know, that was kind of like a crazy thing that happened. I don't even know how to explain it. Um, but I think that Sandhagen is he's got the better offensive and defensive grappling. And in recent times, he's kind of reinvented himself. I know that he's not maybe he is still training, but I think he's switched gyms and he's not training with Trevor Whitman anymore, which is not the right time, man. Trevor Whitman should win Coach of the Year, Coach of the Decade. Um, but I think Trevor Whitman still has some input. I think I think Sandhagen, this isn't going to be a fight that he needs to worry about the grappling so much. I think he's going to be able to let loose on the feet and kind of get going on Batista. Yes, Batista looked really good up against Vinicius Oliveira, but that's Vinicius Oliveira. That's not Corey Sandhagen who went 5 rounds with Marab, went with Umar, knocked out Figgy, and that was, just low end Figgy, but still, you know, I don't know, man. I feel like Sandhagen's gonna get this one done. I wish that this was Sandhagen versus Talbot. Where is Peyton Talbot, man? Somebody just on the bat signal or something in the air. We need Peyton Talbot, but I just I feel a Sandhagen victory here. Or I could see like a Mario Batista people crying robbery decision win, but I'm gonna go with Sandhagen by decision. This is such a tricky fight, and I'm really intrigued to see how this is gonna go. Um, I think this is a great fight, man. I think this is a really, really great bantamweight fight. I'm really excited to see this one, but I think Sandhagen. I think I'm gonna lean towards Sandhagen on this one. I think I am. That's tough, but I think I'm gonna say so. I gotta talk about this co-main event, man. I've got so much to say. Benoit Saint Denis versus Paddy Pimblett. As you know, Benoit Saint Denis is a Rogues Gallery member on the channel. I hate this guy. I really, really do not like Benoit Saint Denis. People forget, man. He got dropped by a low kick by the GOAT, Beneil Dariush, and then fluked to win. This one is tough, man. This one is tough. Benoit is just such a pressure fighter, and Paddy does he doesn't perform super well against pressure. We saw against Gagey him. Both of these guys, okay, both of these guys have terrible head movement. They keep their chins straight in the air. Who do I trust more to get the finish, though? And I'm going with Paddy Pimblett on this one, man. I'm going to put my biases aside. As much as I hate Benoit Saint Denis, I think Pimblett has more here. People always talk about Benoit Saint Denis wrestling, bro. If he gets a takedown, he shoots takedowns in like point 0.3 speed. He shoots slow-mo takedowns, and that's what Pimblett wants, man. If Benoit is shooting a takedown, Pimblett's going for it. He's going for a guillotine, triangle. He's throwing you in something immediately. You know, Pimblett doesn't have great offensive wrestling. He's got great defensive wrestling and jiu-jitsu, which I think is going to be perfect for Benoit Saint Denis here. I think it's going to work really well against him. I can see Paddy Pimblett catching him in a guillotine. We saw Poirier jump like 5 on him or something like that. Both of these guys have terrible head movement and head placement when swinging. Yes, Benoit Saint Denis, he's got power. He's got crazy power. He knocked out Beneil Dariush, and Dan Hooker was looking good. Dan Hooker sucks so much. He actually, he threw that fight away so bad because he was looking really great with the kicks. And I think Pimblett's got great kicks. The body kicks, the teeps to the body, I think are going to work really well for Pimblett. I think if he can weather an early storm, I can see him picking up a submission or a ground and pound TKO in round 2. Let's not forget about the Renato Moicano fight. What that guy did to Benoit. And I think that Benoit, he relies so much on these guys wilting against the cage, and he dude, he is dangerous. He is dangerous, but I think over time he wilts. Over time he wilts, and I think if Paddy plays this smart, sticks with the kicks early round 1, lands a couple on him, Benoit shoots a slow-mo takedown, you can show him nah, that's not going to happen. I'm going to throw you in something here. I trust Paddy's chin, after Gagey just put an absolute beating on him. He had some moments there where he was landing on Gagey, but let's be honest here, Benoit would get absolutely killed by Gagey. Benoit would be killed by Justin Gagey. And he doesn't really have submissions. He got a crank. He got a face crank on Mauricio Rufy. He looked for an Americana and couldn't get it. So I trust Patty more, man. I trust Patty more, and that's tough. And if Benoit wins this fight, I will be so angry. Dude, I will be furious. Um, and I'm not like a big Paddy Pimblett fan. I just really don't like Benoit Saint Denis. I really don't like this guy. Um, so I'm picking, biases aside, I'm picking Paddy Pimblett by round two submission or ground and pound TKO. You know, look what he did to Chandler. Look what he did to Chandler. Um, so I'm picking Paddy Pimblett, but this is a tough fight, man. This is a tough fight. I hope that in all these embedded episodes where he's at the water park and doing K1 speed, I hope he's actually prepared for this fight and isn't ripping vapes and eating a pound of Sour Patch Kids before the fight. If he's locked in, he should win this, man. He should win this. So let's move on to the main event, man. The Mac is back, baby. Mystic Mac. Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway. Oh my God, this is real life, bro. This is real life. I've got to be up in 6 hours to catch a flight to Las Vegas, bro. Oh my God. Um, dude, listen. Crazier things have happened. Justin Gaethje has knocked out, or I'm sorry, has beaten Ilia Topuria. Chimaev lost to Strickland. Peter Yan beat Merab Dvalishvili. Crazier things have happened. But I don't think this is one of them, man. I think we're all getting duped, man. I think we're all getting duped. The 5 year layoff, and it's not like he was out there, training in the Himalayas. We know what he was doing, bro. Him and Gable were up to no good. He was doing some booga sugar. He was boozing, posting pictures of his penis online, you know, hooking up with fat chicks while married. So, I gotta go with the Blessed Express on this one, bro. Hey, it is what it is, brother. In order to be the best, you gotta beat the best. And the best is blessed, baby. I gotta go with Max Holloway on this one. I have to. I think here's how this fight's going to play out. Either McGregor knocks him out in round one because yes, this is the worst chin we've seen on Holloway. He's gotten dropped in all of his last fights. You know, Charles, you know, beat him on the feet. Let's not forget the GOAT Charles Oliveira beat him on the feet. Poirier dropped him. Gaethje dropped him. Who am I missing? All these guys have dropped them. They've had a moment where they hit him. But once we get into round two and maybe round three, Holloway is gonna, find that footing and, smirk and smile at McGregor when he lands that, that corkscrew uppercut and that spinning back kick to the body. He's gonna smile and nod a little bit, and then it's just gonna be a battering. A battering. Oh man. Jerome. Jerome Holloway. We need we need this, bro. Oh, dude, as much as I would go berserk if Conor McGregor knocked out Max Holloway in the first round, I can't, man. I can't do it. I can't do it. I think the first round we're going to see all the McGregor emotes, the hands behind the back, head leaning forward, the clap in the face. I think we're going to see all of the emotes, and everybody's going to go, oh my God. He's going to karate stance when he comes out, and everybody's going to go, oh my God. Karate stance McGregor's back, man. Yes, this is at 170. We don't know what he's going to look like. And that is the only thing we have for us is that we don't know what McGregor's going to look like. 5 year layoff. He looks locked in. He said he's been celibate. He's practicing abstinence throughout this camp. He's doing no physical touch. Um, but I'm sorry, man. I gotta pick the Blessed Express. I just think Holloway's been more active. He's looked better. Yes, I don't think, dude, we could see cheeky McGregor takedowns, bro. If we see some cheeky McGregor takedowns, oh boy, then we're in a different world here. We're in a different world. But I'm gonna go with Max Holloway by TKO in the second round. I think he's gonna survive the first round. Maybe he gets dropped. There's a moment where McGregor drops him, and he gets up and he's like, all right, here we go, and he's gonna tear McGregor up in the second round, man. As much as I want to see a McGregor KO in the first round, how insane that would be. If McGregor knocks out Max Holloway in the first round, there will be a YouTube short posted about it. Two crazy guy from my village will be there as well. So, man, I can't believe it. I can't believe this is happening. I'm gonna be here for this. Oh my God. I've got to post this and go to bed, man. I gotta get up in 6 hours to catch a flight, man. But yeah, man, I'm so excited. I'm picking Max Holloway, Paddy Pimblett, Corey Sandhagen, Loner Kavanaugh, Terrence McKinney, Robert Whitaker, Gable Steveson, Adrian Yanez, Luke Riley, Tracy Cortez, Damian Penis, Farid Basharat, Ryan Gandra, and Alessandro Costa. Let me know your thoughts down below. Look forward to some content. I might be able to meet my hero, Charles Oliveira, while I'm there. We'll see, man. That might be the new profile picture if we get that. Um, but yeah, yeah. Uh, thank you so much for watching. I'm so excited. I gotta take something to go to bed, bro. This is like Christmas. This is like Christmas. I feel like a little kid on Christmas. Um, see ya. Bye.